How you doing, guys? Welcome back. I'm out here at beautiful Lake Mead. Water's way back there. I have some pretty cool news. Check out these skies. So if you've been following our channel, you know that we haven't had rain out here in Vegas for a long time. We came out to film yesterday. There was actually a bunch of lightning and stuff going on here, and we weren't able to get out on the water. Looking at the clouds and everything, we do know this lake pretty well, so we know how it can turn, and you don't want to get caught in that situation. So there's boats that do go down, and it's probably because at some point they made a bad decision in the planning process. So me being in the military, I do a risk assessment. A risk assessment right now tells me that the risk is going to outweigh the benefit of this trip, so we're gonna call it.
It picked up fast just within like the last 5 minutes. I feel like it got a lot quicker.
But we're back the very next day. We're gonna try to get out on the water. What are you guys doing? Bees?
Yeah, there's a couple bees.
Look like you're dancing over there.
It feels good to finally get some weather through. A lot of people said that they've been praying for some rain to come through our valley. As you guys can see, nice and cloudy. We've had rain the last couple days. It hasn't been extremely heavy, but any water's better than no water. Okay, so the information you guys want. If you're a new person clicking on this video, I'm going to show you something that's very interesting. This sign right here is where the water line was in 2018, and obviously I'm standing right here. There's no water. So right here, about, let me pace it off, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so here, about 25 yards away from that other sign, water level 2021. So you have a 3-year difference there, right? That's about 25 yards away. Now I want you to see 2021, which is about 6 months ago, potentially. Whenever they put this sign, 7 months ago, it was 2021. Want you to see where the water is at right now and why people are interested about this subject. It's way down there. So you're telling me in the last 6 months to a year, probably around that time, the water dropped. I don't know, it's 350 yards to the water now. We're gonna get a closer look. We're gonna go see what's going on, talk about this a little bit, and get more information on it. So stay tuned. A lot of information coming. Let's go get it. It's a little bit humid today. There's actually some new news that they were talking about.
Folks, get your video on that. There's just been an incident here.
My goodness, something's just blown out.
We got somebody here today also that you guys like. Juju! What's up? Coming out. Let's check on the water levels, see what's popping. Like a year or two ago, we went almost a whole year without measurable rain. Crazy how it gets like that. And the weirdest thing too is yesterday it was raining and everything. We had to go home early, and then later that day I had a game and the rain just stopped, and I ended up having to play in like over 100-degree weather. It's weird how it just changes like that. Right on the other side looks like blue skies, so we got a little bit of hope, but I don't want to get rained on today, so.
All right, dale gas. All right, so we're out here doing a little bit of fishing, but we're also gonna vlog. Right here we have a boat. One of the boats that's been, at one time it was probably 150 feet below water. Right here, this water tower is pretty cool. Check that out on the bottom.
Big City Outdoors. How's it going?
Didn't even see you up there. You look so small. All right, so we're gonna come out here, do some exploring. We're also gonna talk about what the people that run the dam are saying is gonna happen to the water. They're saying that it will be approximately 20 feet lower by the end of the year. And they're saying they do believe that it will drop past the 1,000 above sea level mark. So that was very interesting that they announced that, because a lot of people weren't thinking it was gonna go below the 1,000 mark, but they pretty much confirmed it. So we don't know how long it's gonna take to get to that mark, but it's going to get there 100% is what they're saying. So one of the things people are interested in is the intake. This is intake number 1. We used to think it was number 2, but this is actually number 1. So intake number 2 is still below us. I don't know how many feet, 40, 50 feet, something like that. But intake number 3 is the one that everybody's been talking about. They made it way at the bottom of the deepest part of the lake, and Vegas will pretty much never lose water unless this thing completely dries up. But for people in California, at 895 is dead pool here, which means the Hoover Dam can no longer push water downstream. That is like, you're not going to receive any water coming down this river anymore. So yeah, let's take a look at this thing. People are interested in it. Let's get a closer look. You can see that the water level has dropped pretty good. I'll show you some clips. and it might not look that big, but that's over 12 feet high.
Last time we came out was a little over 2 weeks ago. We haven't been able to come out with the rain, but that big rusty box right there is almost completely out of water. So one of the times, oh, I got a fish. What the? Yeah, I got a little fish. My bait was right here in a bit, but that big rusty box right there, the concrete foundation for that or something is almost high and dry.
So up here, this tower, sometimes you might think that it's small, but look at that. That's a work truck up there, because sometimes it's hard to see size like reference. So yeah, that thing's massive. The water used to be up, you know, to the base of that thing, so very interesting. Right, Ju?
Yep, I didn't even realize it was that big till that truck was up there. That's crazy.
The water is right at this crease here, so we'll remember that for next time.
It's hard to actually say where the water level is because they don't update it day by day from, you know, the graphs that I've seen. So when I say that this lake's at 1,040 something foot, that's above sea level. So they're not counting the deepest spot of this lake. This lake's not 1,000 foot deep, but we're talking about 1,040 foot above sea level is our current water level. So the second intake tower is at 1,000 foot of water, so it is still, you know, 40 foot deep, and we won't be expecting to see that one anytime soon. And the third one, that third straw they dug, is 860 foot below water, so we're gonna be good for a little while. The true fact is that just nobody knows how fast to expect the water level to drop, because everything that I've heard about predictions on where they're predicting the water level to be in a year and 2 years, they're trying to predict it out far, and they've just been way off.
It cleared up for a minute, it passes by. Now we have like a 2-hour window, and then there's gonna be like 15 to probably 17 mile an hour winds, which we don't want to get caught in, so we're watching very carefully. You know, I can care less about the rain, it's just that lightning. You do not want to be on this boat when that lightning hits, trust me. It might seem pretty rare, oh, 1 out of 1,000,000 people get hit by lightning, but it looks like we're 1 out of 2,000,000 people from Las Vegas that are out here on the water right now. And number 2 is sitting here under rain clouds with this fishing pole. You know, while everyone else is at home in Vegas.
Have you ever seen what happens to a fishing pole when it gets struck by lightning?
Yeah, this whole thing just shreds.
It turns to a bunch of like hairs.
So we got a 100% chance of the ones being the guys getting killed by lightning. Yeah. So there was a question asked, actually a lot of you guys asked the question, why is there a World War II Higgins boat sitting over here in the bottom of Lake Mead? And we forgot, I don't know why, but we forgot to put it in the last video. It got lost in all the footage, but Lake Mead actually purchased it. Just like after Iraq and everything else, when they're done with some of the vehicles, they just auction them off. They started using it to transport men up north to search for a spot to put the other dam. I don't think there's a record of why it sunk, but it ended up on the bottom of the lake. Alright, start casting up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go closer.
Alright, I'm coming behind you. Get one that'll be up on your GoPro.
Oh, you bit your bait, yeah. There you go. Yeah, they're trying to eat it. You got it.
There you go, G.
Double hook up. I didn't get one. Get it. I got one. Double hook up. Double hook up.
Double hook up.
Oh, I lost mine. Dang.
How big is he? Oh, he's small. Tiny little guy.
Like that. Yeah, I might as well let him slide.
Got him.
Yep.
Hey, what's up? How big is he?
Little guy.
All right, so we were driving to our next location. We saw a boil. Those of you who know fishing understand what a boil is. A bunch of these little fish. They school up shad, and we throw baits that look like shad, and it's easy to catch fish. Oh man, he pooped on you. All right.
All right. First fish of the day. When you got all those treble hooks and they keep rolling, they get hooked up more, but there's a monster for the day. These little guys, this is a tiny little guy, but I'm trying to catch another one.
All right, G, I'm gonna zoom in on your bait. Splash it.
They're little.
There's Juju's bait right there.
I got bit.
Yeah, pop it, let it sit. There you go. Oh! I was gonna say you popped it too hard. It was like a flying fish. Your bait.
I think that was the last pop too. I was just trying to pull it.
Oh, that one's a little bit bigger.
Man, we're obviously in a school of monsters, huh?
Oh man, you just almost got hooked too.
This is by far the biggest school of stripers I've ever found, huh? Of the monsters.
So when we come out to a spot and we see boils, this right here is called a suspended jerk bait. You give it a couple jerks and it looks like an injured fish. So what you do when you first come out, you throw 3 different baits: top, middle, deeper. Juju is fishing top water. Adrian was fishing one that dives a little bit less. Figure out which one's working and then you can stick to that one. But there's a method to the madness. If the boil's good, they'll all work, but you try to focus on what they're biting at the time. They're biting everything, so we're good. All right, so I casted where I saw one, doing those couple jerks. Oh, got him.
Got him?
Oh, he came off.
He came off?
So I'm jerking this bait. It looks like an injured fish. Now I got him.
You got him?
See that? He came off and he still bit it.
He bit it twice?
Then he comes in.
Nice.
Whoop! Got him. And these guys are super dangerous.
These things are literally
Sharper than a needle.
They're probably a syringe level sharp. I've been stuck really bad by that before. Another thing is the treble hooks, right? You want to be careful with them flopping around, but one thing that a lot of people might not think about is their gill. Hold the fish out. I caught a 5-pounder one time and I was holding him by his gill. He went and he sliced my finger open. I was bleeding like crazy.
This right here, there's another sharp one there. They're all over the place. Just be careful with these guys.
Yeah, mainly the gill plate and the dorsal fin. All right, so you guys just saw us catch a couple stripers really quick. I'm actually gonna make an entire fishing video of its own for the next video here, because the fishing's so good right now that I think it deserves its own video. So our next video out is gonna be chasing these stripers and these boils. It's gonna be a complete video of it, fishing from deep, shallow, whatever we do to catch them. But you guys definitely don't want to miss out on that one because it's been hot. We're just catching fish left and right now.
All right, so that was fun. We're gonna get moving and we're gonna go film some more stuff.
That was some live action.
Live action. You never want to pass up a boil. Always have your poles ready. Let's go look around.
Well, we got a coyote on this stop.
Look at this fish right here. Looking
for scraps. We got a dying shad right here. It's a big shad.
Doing circles.
This whole area, we keep filming it because it's pretty neat. If you guys remember last time I was out here and I was talking about making sure to be a safe boater, that is one of the reasons why right there. Remember how I was talking about that? It's completely out of the water now, so that's one more rock you don't got to worry about, I guess. Well, here's another spot we've looked at multiple times. As you guys can see, this grass absolutely took over this whole little valley when the water dropped. Same old boats we've been looking at. We got that one way out there. There's a boat way back there. There was a boat that had 2 barrels by it that had barely got out of water. Believe it or not, that is actually that boat. If that grass wasn't there, it would have 2 barrels right in front of it.
Dang it. All right, so we just hit. We lift up the trim on the back, Jew. All right, so we just hit. All of our videos that we came out here, we used to go along that thing and we used to show up to El Punto. That's what we call the boat. We used to show up there. It's all dried up, can't get through there anymore. There's only one way through, we gotta go around. So this is the lowest we've ever seen it right here. Let's get out of here, I'm getting stuck. Oh man, this vulture was eating a fish. We scared him, dang it.
I don't know what the reason for it is, but as the water goes down, it's got like a green tint to it. Maybe there's a big algae bloom going on or something. The water's 86.5 degrees back here. So that's very likely, but it's super muddy looking and green.
If it is the algae bloom, don't swim in that stuff. If it looks really green, make you itch.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure, but that stuff, it doesn't look clean.
So over there by where that rock was and everything, that's where Juju was catching the tilapia with a net, messing around.
Look how green this water is. There's a bunch of algae starting to grow down there. If you guys remember last time, like Senior was saying, right there, Juju caught those tilapia. We are seriously probably, I guess, 3 foot down, 4 foot. It looks like a lot because it's slanted, but that's probably 4 foot of water, 3 foot. And look at this whole valley. So there's that boat everybody likes looking at. Every YouTuber's literally filmed it. Every news channel, everybody. Almost completely dried off from that side now. So
that's where we used to come through right there.
Yeah, we used to like driving through right there around, and we could get out through right here. So since it can't be marked anymore, the water level using this boat and a lot of the stuff in this canyon, I'm gonna walk up here a little bit higher every time from now on and film it from up here. There's the infamous boat. You could see a lot of grass has grown around it. That mud that was wet probably was super fertile. Just look how far away this boat is from the edge now. If you guys remember my very first video out here, it was up to those speed gauges. The next time we came out, it was at the bottom of the boat. The next time a little bit farther, Senior got stuck in the mud there. And now this time, man, it really went down. You can't even get the water and the boat in the same pan anymore. I got a pan way over here, even farther. And then there it is with Juju right there fishing. So this whole thing is beginning to dry up. Pretty soon here, this entire little spot is gonna be gone. So this cove right here is the one that had that barrel in it that was full of cement. You could barely see it, just the tip of it is right there. It got submerged by grass. So that's pretty far out of the water now. As you can see, water's way down here.
It's about 35 yards from the barrel to the water. I mean, I have no words. It's just so crazy. When we first started making these videos, I would see the water drop and I would say, okay, it dropped 5 feet, maybe it's gonna stop or something, but it's just unbelievable. The water continues to drop. And to put this into perspective, about 6 months ago, look at the top of this mountain right here. There's a barrel. High above the barrel on that peak, that was underwater 6 months ago. And we used to fish back there and stuff, but that was underwater. Then you have the barrel. You know, I didn't think the water was gonna fall too much further than that. We come out 2 weeks ago. We park right there so you can see our slide and the side of that mountain right there. Actually, that was a month ago. We came 2 weeks ago. It was lower. We mentioned it because that was crazy. And now, yeah, I don't know what to say. We just keep making these videos and we keep going lower and lower.
So I was thinking we were gonna come out today and not see a major difference. And I was obviously very wrong. The water at least 4 feet since last time we were here.
All right, so here's what's nerve-wracking about this whole thing. That's probably dropped 10 feet and it's gone from way over there down here. They're saying it's gonna drop 20 more feet. So this whole cove right here, gone. These coves are gone. And they're predicting that it's gonna go under 1,000 feet, which is 40 more feet from where we're at right now. So all these coves and everything that are back here, everything's gone. It's gonna be a whole new landscape, whole new lake. It's kind of weird. Welcome to Sin City Outdoors Island. That's where we bottomed out last time.
So that's the island we crashed into last time. And it was underwater still. Now it's dry.
I remember rolling up, can't even see it, and then now it's above the water
I never heard you scream louder in my life. No.
Oh, there was two. Wow, I thought it was just him. He turned into two people.
Yep.
What's up, man? How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
You catching them?
No, we were trying to look for some bass. We weren't able to get them, so we came to look for the boils.
So I heard, you know where there's a boat out here?
Yeah, I do actually. It's probably about 5 to 10 feet deep right now. I would say within another 2-3 weeks it's gonna be surfacing. That's what I would say for sure.
Yeah.
So Juju, we seeing you out there, man. Nice.
You caught one?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna see if I can try to chase these boils, man. I want to get on 40 of them too, man.
They're straight down right now.
Yeah, they're all underneath. Go ahead and shout out your Instagram or YouTube, whatever you're doing.
All right, guys. Well, first and foremost, man, shout out to you guys, man. You guys are out there killing it ever since these guys been, what, like 8-9 years old?
Yeah.
So shout you guys out for sure on that one. And me, thank you guys for throwing me out there. Victorious Fishing with Livingston Lures, man. Check me out on Instagram, Victorious Fishing. I got a little YouTube going on, but nothing too big. Also Victorious Fishing. So there it is, man. God bless. Have a good one, man.
You got a nice little setup.
Hey,
right
man.
here.
Good looking out, man. Appreciate it.
You got a nice little setup. You got the 2.5. You're not worried about the weather out here. You keep an eye on it.
Man. I'm out here every morning, man. I don't even feel it. I don't know why, but a lot of people really complain about this heat. But man, I'm out here, man.
Yeah,
I'm out here a lot.
That's how we are.
Right? Yeah, I thought I would see you guys out here today. I was like telling my boy, I was like, I think they're gonna be out here today. Y'all were gonna come out Friday, but y'all didn't come out here, huh? So.
Yeah.
All right then, guys, go get them.
Hey, it's very humid today, extremely humid, but we're getting off the water finally. We put a lot of time and effort into making these videos for you guys, so if you enjoyed this one, I would really appreciate it if you guys went ahead and dropped the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, I saw something like over 90% of our watch time right now is from people who are not subscribed. So if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel, for more awesome content coming in the very near future. Fishing, just outdoor content in general, everything. More Lake Mead updates. You gotta subscribe, right?
Yep, make sure to hit that subscribe.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun. We're gonna be hitting up Havasu. We're gonna hit up some other lakes, so just stay tuned, and we'll have some content to do.
So if you guys want to continue seeing more Lake Mead updates, go ahead and drop it down in the comments down below. I would like to see what your thoughts are on the whole water level situations. There's an entire conversation going down in the comments between people. So go in there, pick people's minds, ask questions. There's a lot of people that are smart down there willing to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you outdoors.